position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Looking to throw, it's Buckmeyer. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
You got to keep chasing and keep defending. You got scrambling QBs that get outside the pocket. You got to keep defending down the field and keep coverage on the wide receivers. And good job with pursuit drill, running them down, making them run out of bounds, and that counts in the record books for a sack. Give me one of those, please.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Makes the grab. It's Wall.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. Inside the 40. There he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stokes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Direct snap. Powers through the defender. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. For the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Toss sweep to the left. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Gets it out fast. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Trojans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Matthews. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. The sure hands. It's Hoffman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation. And I'm
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's Bachmeier. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Kicks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They want to run it left here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And the Huskers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And he had just enough to will that one home. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Looking for blockers. And the returner is stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Fowler.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The give to the back. Creates a little space. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. The toss to the outside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wilson to pass. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
This quarterback is getting frustrated. You can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it. And he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half. But the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. He is run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success. Find it.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on a diving catch along the left side.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll take another shot here. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nebraska offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets away from one, finds room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Brings him to the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense changing the play. Now on the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wilson will throw. Fires toward the end zone.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. He's looking to throw. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To the air on first down. Right on the money. Turning it on. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch with this off.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Plows through the defense. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Touchdown, Southern Cal! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Husker. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, it's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
to the air. It's Bachmeier. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Buying some time as he moves left. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, USC! And the comeback is on. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll take it himself. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll go with a direct snap. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wilson to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Huskers are facing 3rd and inches. Quarterback making adjustments. Gets the back moving. This is a designed run. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. With the catch, it's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. The throw. Snagged out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Looking to pass. It's Buckmeyer. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna sling it on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Trojans! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Yankee blue. Yankee Hornet.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Nebraska.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's second and 11. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. He's got an open man. There he goes to the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes
games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Bachmeier. He gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Knocked down for the tackle. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll throw on 3rd down. Stands in and takes the hit. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
You know, I feel for this offense. If they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical